Yeah, how about we just kick things off with, a brief intro about who you are, what your involvement is over at Gosu Tools, and just give us a brief overview of what we're looking at today.
Sure thing. Yeah. My name is Reginald. I'm one of the collab managers for Gosu Tools. I'm mainly focused on um, bringing these high value product or projects to test out our product, Gosu Tools. And yeah, that's kind of the bulk of it. We're super excited to have you guys along with us. There's Brother Ali, he just joined up. But um, but yeah, Gosu Tools itself is a premium toolkit. Um, that's bringing a unique pay-per-use model to the table that a lot of tools have been, you know, actually, I don't think any tool has seen it before. So it's really awesome that the unique pay-per-use model that we're implementing, which I can elaborate on later. Um, and yeah, I can share my screen here too. We can get into the tool. Let's see here.
Hey everybody, sorry I'm late.
All good, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. It's pouring here, and I had a window open, and it was like refusing to close. So I had to get my roommate to push it from the outside while I was turning it. So that was fun.
Nice. Hopefully you're not too soaked.
No, we're pretty okay. Luckily, not much got inside.
But yeah, that's the bulk
Nice.
of
Yeah,
Ghost.
tell
Is
us a little bit about what we're looking at right now. I really like the user interface at the top. It looks really cool.
For sure, for sure. So the UI, I think, is something that a lot of people like. They love it, and it's catered to kind of be stared at for hours, right? Because experienced traders are going to be looking at the user interface for hours. You don't want something that's going to hurt your eyes or do anything like that. So we spent a lot of time. Az, our front end developer, he spent a lot of time on that. So it's really awesome to see people raving over raving over the user interface. But yeah, this is just the main dashboard here. As you see, we have our trending and then our minting tabs, and then all this stuff, which is also very unique and not ever seen by the market before, is completely free to use to the public. All these charts, all these analytic charts, up to 30 seconds. As you can see, that's probably more beneficial for minting, but for trending and stuff, we have all these up to 30 days, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, this is just our dashboard, which all the Metaverse HQ holders should have access to right now. Um, if they just connect their wallet to the Gosu site, I'll kind of show you guys how to do that later. But this is the dashboard and everything. And if you see, we click on a collection here for 30-day period, it'll load up, and then this is kind of the project dashboard. This is also very unique, something that I think is really cool. The supply and demand feature it just shows how in demand the project is. So obviously your listings want to be lower, and your items bought, NFTs bought, want to be higher. That just shows how in demand um, the project is. As you can see, if we go to maybe like an hour, it's actually still really good volume wise to here. But yeah, this is just the overview, the main dashboard, which everyone should have access to. If you're holding a Metaverse HQ NFT, you will have access to that as of right now.
Nice. So I'm looking right there. You have a little toggle feature next to supply and demand. Does that mean that it can be adjusted to days, weeks?
Yeah, yeah. Here it can be all the way up to 30 days. That'll show you the 30 days, and then it can be all the way down to 10 minutes, which the supply and demand is actually pretty good for this project overall over the 30-day period. But yeah, um,
Nice. That's a
that's
that's a neat little feature. Haven't
yeah.
seen that before. Is that something that gets updated regularly? Is it live?
Yeah, yeah. There's still some things that are being sorted out with it, for it to be 100% accurate, but for the most part, it is pretty accurate. And yeah, it is. It should be live. So as soon as you see a listing come in, it should kind of show up here. If not, it updates probably every 30 seconds or so, something like that. Um, but yeah, so that's pretty much that's a live feature that shows you the supply and demand.
Interesting. Walk me through a couple of those things that we see at the bottom. I see that we have GUI, we have ETH price, block number.
Yeah.
Are those custom gas settings on the lower right?
Yeah. So here you have your rapid, insane, and then you can do your custom stuff here. But yeah, this is Gwei here as of right now. It's pretty high due to the volatility of crypto. It's kind of all over the place. We were kind of talking about in the beginning, right? It's going nuts, and then you'll have your ETH price here, which is updated every 60 seconds, which is pretty awesome. Um, but yeah, obviously not the best price right now. Market's not looking too well, but yeah, and then over here you'll have your basic chart, which you can toggle with the custom settings here to 12 hours, 1 hour periods, and then over here are the floor walls, which you can group different sizes. Personally, my favorite is the 0.2. I like to use this when I'm trading to see the floor walls. And then something that I think a lot of people are finding difficult to use with the tool, which we're taking a lot of good feedback, is the trades and listings. Usually your listings are over here on the left, and your trades are over here on the right. So we're taking the feedback. As Gosu likes to put it, we're very customer centric. So we really do care about what the consumer has to say. Uh, and that's something that a lot of them have been saying, that they want the listings on the left and the trading on the right, like all the other tools are. So we'll take that into consideration. But yeah, and then something that's unique about Gosu tools too that I haven't seen in a lot of tools is this green dot will pop up. So let's say a listing comes up very recently, there will be a green dot that kind of shows up right here, to like tell you that it's a new listing, or even if it's a new buy, things like that. So I think that's a really cool feature as well.
Yeah, could you check a more active collection to see if, while we're talking, if something pops up, like, yeah, Pirate Nation's hot right now,
Yeah, let's check it out. Hold
or,
on, give me
whatever is like
5 minutes here.
really selling and listing.
Yeah, Gwei is like it's at 100, so probably not going to be a lot of volume in the NFT market, but we can check this out. Looks to be trending in the last couple of minutes here. Let's see, 6 minutes ago. I mean, we can try and find something that's popping off. Let's try station here in the last day. The listings are coming up. Yes, so usually 3 minutes ago, there it is. So that listing is new. That listing is hot. Or actually, one just popped up a minute ago. Oh, there's
Got
another
it.
one.
So new listings are going to have that blinking green light towards the right of them, right?
Yep, yep. That'll show
Gotcha.
you that it's a new listing, it's a new buy. It's a recent something happened recently.
So if somebody is just like bricking the floor, you'll see that it's not a new listing. It's just the same listing, lowered in price. So the green light wouldn't flare off, right?
Yeah, I'm not too sure on that one. But it should be, if someone's just like, you're talking about like if they list an NFT for like point 0.1 and then they see the floor is down to 0.07 and they're like, oh crap, let me relist it.
Well,
And lower
yeah,
the
I
price.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a very specific case, but I'm just referring to like what's happening right now. Like you have the 0.069 and then you have
Hmm.
the 0.07.
Yeah. Oh,
You
there
see?
just yeah.
So yeah, as they move, like it doesn't affect them, right?
No,
Only
I
if
don't
they're
think
new.
so. Yeah. Only if they're new. Only new listings, new trades, all that will have that green dot.
Gotcha, nice. Yeah, we're very familiar with most of these interfaces. I see that you have a couple tabs up top. Can you go through them? Overview, holders, token.
Sure. Yeah. So this is our hacking view. This is your main view with all the trades and listings and stuff. Overview here. This will just show you kind of a bigger section of it. It will take out the trades and listings portion of it. And you'll be able to see all the trades here. As you can see, there's a lot of volume. I think this was around yesterday evening, yesterday afternoon. And then as you're coming to here, it's really kind of fallen off. And then these are the listings. This just shows where their listings, where they're at. We can put them interview or the interview to one day, see the volume coming in here, which is cool as well. But yeah, then we have our holders count. This will show you the whales of the project. As you can see here, this person owns 200 of these Pirate Nation NFTs. So they're definitely a whale. They have 2% of the supply. and then obviously you'll be able to see everything else in terms of who's holding that. Now tokens, this shows the art. Actually, I'm not too sure if this is accurate or not. We'll get that sorted. But yeah, so this is still a feature that's being messed with here. But yeah, those are the main kind of 4 overviews here. And you obviously just have your floor price, total volume, and then you can look up a specific token ID up here.
Got it. So to be clear, this trading view, this hacking view that we're seeing right now, is only accessible to those who are partnered with you guys and are paying for access. Correct?
So,
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
so there's nobody currently right now is paying for access. So since we're in the beta phase, like we understand that like it doesn't make sense to charge anybody to use a tool that's still in beta, right? So right now, we're just collecting info from the beta. We've actually Gosu Tools has been pretty strong. We already have a couple thousand active users on the tool, and the tool doesn't crash, and it's still extremely quick. So very very proud of the developer team for being able to scale it to that point. But right now, the only people that can access the trading view are people who are partnered with us. So you guys would be one of those groups.
Got it. Yeah, I just wanted to open up the clear distinction between what people get if they're not partnered, as opposed to being partnered.
So if you're partnered with Gosu Tools, again, so this is just a partner beta. So we're doing a slow rollout for the main tool. So during the partner beta, obviously you're going to be able to get access to the tool, use it for free right now. But once the tool does roll out completely, so your guys' community is going to get a discount on any of the fees. So I believe Reginald spoke earlier about how like the actual transaction system works in Gosu. So each time you put a transaction through, meaning like a quick buy, or you mint a batch of wallets. Let's say you make like 100 wallets. A lot of those things are just flat rate fees of like $1, right? So your guys' community, just since you're partnered with us, gets a good discount on those fees, and that goes across any kind of feature. So if you make a wallet, you defund that wallet, you put money in there, all of any fee you use on Gosu Tools is going to be discounted for you guys.
Copy that. Thank you for making that clear.
Yep. Something I do want to make clear is that Gosu Tools has no subscription and no NFT attached to it. You only use it as you please. There's no agreements, nothing. There's no strings.
Right on. That's awesome. I did have a question about your overview feature. Are you guys planning to implement more customizable features, like a trading view of sorts, that you could set, line graphs, you name it, so that you could analyze these different collections, activities differently?
So you're talking like so Gosu actually got that in a AMA a couple weeks ago, I believe. Are you talking about like basically having like different panels in a view, and like having just different graphs for different collections up at the same time that you customize yourself?
Kind of, yeah. I didn't think about the having multiple collections up, but that would be pretty dope. Yeah, I was
Well, that's
referring
already
to.
in the works, actually.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's the nice thing about having, two very, very tenured engineers, especially ones that, Gosu, his entire job at Prime Video is to take massive amounts of data and at a very, very timely fashion be able to parse that data into different servers, right? So like think about like the people who are making sure that like you're able to watch football on like Thursday nights. If that data wasn't streamed correctly, you wouldn't be watching data, or you wouldn't be watching football on Thursday nights, right? So like with these tenured engineers, we're able to have a lot of like functionality added fairly quickly within the tool. there was a chat function that we were talking about. We talked about it in the chat for a little bit, where we were like, this would be really cool to have within the tool, a chat for every collection, right? Like each collection gets their own chat. That was implemented in like a couple hours, like 2 hours. So the the turnaround time for a lot of these things are really quick. We got like bug fixes. We got a set of bug fixes in yesterday. And all of those fixes should be done by like end of week. So like the turnaround time on a lot of these things are super duper fast.
Got it. Thank you, Ellie. And I think you came in a little later. I would love to have you introduce yourself. You know, your involvement with the team, what you guys have been working on. Tell us a little bit about yourself as well.
Sure, guys. So sorry I was late. My name is Brother Ali. I am the chief of staff for Llama Labs. So I get to work very closely with um, NFT Llama and Heliquin on the different projects in our ecosystem. So I work on everything from Operation Sin to Gosu Tools. For Gosu Tools specifically, I get to work very closely with the lab team. So Red and Roll, making sure that we're working with the best communities in the space and doing these AMAs for you guys. But I also work very closely with the marketing team and making sure that like we're actually getting the word out of Gosu. And because at the end of the day, this is a tool for everybody, right? Like you are all a part of Gosu tools. Anything that you want to see on the tool, like we will add, right? Like if there's enough demand for it, like we're gonna add any kind of feature that you guys want. So everybody is a part of this tool. It's no longer just token gated to like certain communities or subscriptions. Like even if you use the tool like once a month, right? And you like you're like, okay, well, this feature, this function would be cool to have. Like, a lot of those things we will add for you. So yeah, again, I again just get the word out for Gosu. I work on the marketing team. That's just in my involvement with Gosu. Super blessed to be able to be here with you guys today. Speaking about a tool that I really think is gonna, change the tool industry.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Um, I wanted to ask you, I see that we have a lot of listings from OpenSea. Are you guys currently working on integrating different marketplaces? And if so, which ones are you looking to integrate?
So the next one that we're looking at doing is looks rare and then X2I2. Make sure that all Ethereum is good to go. And then once ETH is fully, scoped out, then we're going to look into like, well, depending on demand, we're going to look on Solana. It really, it truly does depend on what like the next couple weeks look like for Solana.
Yeah, Solana's been kind of tricky. I mean, I've seen tools similar to this on Solana. One of them that we've partnered with a while back called soulsniper.xyz.
Yep.
They have a really good trading view for uh, analytics on how projects are doing on a longer scope. They kind of give you a sense of if this project has been traded, but I still think Ethereum is very far ahead in terms of quick analytics for trading.
Yeah, and I guess like the biggest thing is to see where for what I mean is like to see just based on current conditions of Sol, like what the NFT market's going to look like moving forward.
Yeah.
Uh,
So we've covered a lot from the trading view on secondary volume. Can we go a little bit into the minting side of things?
Sure. Yeah. So we can see here. Oh, there's not a lot of minting collections probably right now, so not a lot will
Yeah,
show
I
up.
figured today's today's the apocalypse. So
Yeah, we'll see
yeah,
here. All right.
not
Yeah, there's
many things
not many
have
things happening.
minted today. So
Yeah.
the minting this section, by the way, as well. Full transparency. There is a bug fix being pushed out for it by end of week to get you more correct and more correct information for the minting side of things. So that should be end of week. We actually just brought on another front end developer. So because the most of the waiting for the tool is the front end, because front end takes a lot longer than the back end. So we just brought on another front end engineer. So we're up to 7 or 8 engineers just working on Gosu. So a lot of those, the little bug fixes, things like that, should be rolled out really, really quickly.
Yeah, guys, just went to check another minting site just to see how the funnel is going. I am see there is a couple projects popping up. So not sure if that's a bug happening at the moment, or maybe there's some connection errors. There we go. We see a couple things for the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it. These kinds of things just happen sporadically, and
Yep.
hard to keep
Yep.
track of certain things.
Yeah, we actually found the minting bug a night ago in a call that we had. So what we do, just so all of you guys know, is we have very, very in-depth tool reviews with different alpha testers in our you can say ecosystem per se. So what they do is they very rigorously test the tool and let us know like anything that's wrong with it. So like things that like nobody would even like notice like in masses, I should say. But there's like about like 10 bug fixes being fixed for this next release. Most of them very, very minuscule, but just more of quality of life changes. But the minting should be all good to go with the correct data on by the end of the week. The other thing, again, full transparency with you guys, is when something goes up for auction, that there is also having a little bit of a bug, so they're fixing the API for that as well.
Copy that. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the look of the UI. It reminds me of like the Matrix, like you're hacking into the terminal, and it's prevalent across like all different kinds of pages that you've shown us so far. So I kind of want to recap on a couple of the features that you guys are currently providing. You have live trading, you have live floor walls, real-time hold of data. The neat feature that I mentioned earlier, which is a supply and demand, to split lane of the amount of NFTs that are listed and bought in a specific time period. You can adjust it. I think it was like 30 days, up to like a minute or 10 minutes. I forget.
It should be, I believe, 10 minutes is what we have it at right now.
Got it. Okay. And yeah, tell us a little bit more about what you guys are developing right now to incorporate, in the near future, and are excited to roll out soon.
Yeah. So what we're working on right now, obviously, we're adding a lot more features to the tool. So like, mass wallet creation, being able to fund those wallets, minting, automated minting is something that's in the works, right? All those things are super duper cool. But what we're trying to do at Gosu that I think is really different than a lot of the other, NFT projects or even tools per se is Gosu himself has very, very deep connections in the DeFi world, just because of the projects that he's worked on and in the past. So a big focus of what we're doing right now, and this is one of like many, many different things that we're working on, but one that I'm personally myself kind of pushing forward right now is we're working with different DeFi projects, right? And implementing different education for DeFi projects to be able to enter the NFT space and vice versa, right? Because we live in this world right now where like with NFTs where like we have our whitelist, we have our alpha, right? But in DeFi, it's the same thing, right? Like they have their token whitelists and they have their alpha. All of that stuff happens, right? Like in the DeFi world. But they're confused about NFTs and we're confused about DeFi. So we're trying to onboard a lot of the DeFi users, and I've met with a couple of the really big DeFi projects in the space, and we're actually working on getting them tool access and education courses for the NFT space to onboard a lot more users just into the space and into the tool especially as well. That's one thing. Obviously, like I said, more of the functionalities that we're looking to add, like the mass minting, things like that. But what we're also looking at doing again is that, so it's Gosu tools, right? It's plural. We're looking at in the future, once the dashboard, the NFT dashboard is complete and we're ready to, or it's complete, and obviously like we're just working on just updates on it. We're looking at releasing a crypto bot as well. So anybody who's working with those two tools is going to be able to get a crypto bot in the future. That's a bit down the line, just because it's not our number one priority right now. Obviously make sure that we're very, very customer centric, project, right? So like make sure that 100% good to go on the dashboard. And then once the dashboard is 100% complete, then look into doing the crypto side of things.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Yep.
So, do you think that we're going to be seeing future integrations of DeFi within Gosu tools?
I mean, it could happen. Like I said, it's right now, it's just onboarding the DeFi users into the NFT space. So, giving them the proper educational courses on like what NFTs are, trading NFTs, things like that, right? Workshopping with these different, workshopping with the different DeFi projects, like workshops within our Discord with the DeFi projects about like, just talking about trading, about the tool. And, when it comes to that, obviously we're going to, focus Gosu tools, but that's more or less, showing the DeFi communities like what NFTs are. And we're already, the onboarding process is going fairly well, because a lot of the DeFi projects are starting to want to work with not just Gosu tools, right? Like onboard them into the community, the NFT community, but a lot of them want to work with like Llamaverse as well, and implementing the Llama Labs ecosystem in the DeFi world, and like vice versa, right? Just getting our, just getting our foot in the door of like that whole other world, and being able to kind of incorporate cool things that they're doing in the NFT space, because that's all that Llama Labs is about, is innovation, right? So moving forward, what does the space need? Like, we saw that in the space there wasn't a tool for the entire public to use, right? So we saw that every tool was all token gated or subscription gated, and that's not fair, right? That's not fair to like the regular NFT trader. So we made a tool, everybody can use it. We're not going to gate it. We're not going to put a subscription around it, right? We're going to innovate. We're going to help the space move forward.
Got it. So the future tools that you will be implementing, are they going to be membership gated, or is everything that you guys are developing going to be free and accessible to the public?
So Gosu himself, the head engineer, is very, very against subscription models just in general. So I don't believe that we will see any kind of subscription-based anything in Gosu ever. We might have at some point, and I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but at some point, like, we may have like an NFT for like our top traders or something, just as like a token for them, like, hey, like, you're a top trader at Gosu. Nothing crazy.
Got it. Okay. Are you guys, so is this a project that is VC backed? Are you guys incorporating small fees per transaction? How are you guys, making this a sustainable model for your team as well?
Yeah. So anytime that you put a transaction through, there's a small fee that's attached to that. That's all we ask for. There's no VC. Llama Labs and Waifu TV. Waifu TV is the protocol that Gosu has, the project he has. It is 100% owned by Llama Labs and Waifu TV. There's no VC backing it. So When it comes to actually using the tool is fully funded. Like, I mean, there's no issue on funding for the tool, but yes, there's a small transaction fee every time that you use the tool. Not any of the analytics. The analytics are completely free. So you can go on this sheet here or the webpage, the app.gosu.tools, and you can see everything for free. The only time that you have to pay something is if you do an action per se, right? So that would mean like you make a batch of wallets, like you make 100 wallets, and that would be a fee. Or you fund all those wallets, right? You're like, okay, let's send zero point zero 0.01 to each of these wallets, right? Like that would be like another small fee. Buying something, like sniping something, like that would be a fee. So like, if you like, if it caught, if there's an action that is required, then there's going to be a fee attached to it.
Got it. I'm following. Is this fee? Do you know if this fee is percentage based or is it
It's a flat
a
fee.
flat fee? Okay. What
It's
is
a
the
flat
flat
fee.
fee if you don't mind sharing?
So it's $1 for most of the utilities. So like obviously like you know making like 1,000 wallets is going to cost more than making 50 or like 100, right? Wallets are batch based, so you can make them in batches. But no, it's not like $1 per wallet to make one. That was like a big question that people were asking. And no, it's not $1 to fund each one of the wallets either. So like that would just be like a small, most of the time, 99% of the time, it's just a flat fee of like $1. And then your community gets a discount as well on that transaction fee.
Oh, so we also get a discount on the fee. Nice.
Correct. So like the fee, yeah. So any fee that happens within Gosu, because you guys are a partnered community, you guys get a discount on those fees.
Got it. Yeah, that's good to know. I think I'm nearing towards the end of my questions. I'm gonna go over to our guest questions chat, see if we got anything in there. So far we don't. I think we covered a lot of great information. Is there any part of the tool that we didn't go into? Maybe some background that you guys wanted to share? Feel free to go over it.
I think that we covered most of the tool. Even at the beginning, I was just kind of watching Reginald. I think we covered most of the tool. Something that I do want to reiterate is that like we are in a beta phase, so all of the functionalities are not rolled out yet. We're gonna slowly do that as it makes sense. So we're not just gonna roll out a feature if it's and half-ass it, right? Like we're gonna make sure our quick buy and everything is completely no errors, everything. Which right now it's working fairly well. We found a bug within one of the transaction flow, and we're making it a little quicker. So that should be released again end of week. So even faster transactions here coming fairly soon as well. So when you're using the tool, go crazy, guys. Gosu likes to say like rip me to shreds, like let me know like that my tool, like every single aspect of the tool that you don't like obviously like don't be a dick about it and just come in the in the server and be like the tool is shit, right? But like be like, okay, the tool is shit, this is why though. We're not emotional about these kinds of things, right? Like we want the feedback. So if you're going to use the tool, go crazy. It's free to use right now because it's in beta, so you don't have to pay anything anyway.
I love the energy towards the constructive criticism. Yeah, I think we covered a lot of good ground, and I totally hear you there. What makes a tool great is the feedback from which you receive. It helps you build on top of what you've already done, and it really sets the pace for where you guys need to navigate towards. Um, I really want to say thank you for your time today. It was a pleasure going over everything at Gosu Tools. Um, Definitely looking forward to all the new installments that you guys are working on and these mint bots that you also mentioned. Definitely going to keep an eye on that. Always keep my eye on the beat, making sure I learn about all the new tools rolling out. So definitely stay tuned. If anybody is interested, their website is app.gosu.tools. You can go there, free to access, no need for a membership, and yeah, I encourage you to check it out, see what you could find, and yeah, if you got any feedback to provide to them, feel free to hop into their Discord. The link to their Discord is within their website on the bottom left corner. There's an icon for it. I also see a bug icon, so I'm thinking that's how you also submit feedback. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think those are my closing thoughts. Is there anything else that you kind of wanted to let us leave on?
No, I think we pretty much covered it all. It was good AMA. Thank you guys for having us. We really appreciate it. I guess I can go over real quick just how you guys are going to be able to access the tool. Let's go to the incognito window here, and I'll show you guys real quick. All you got to do is head over to, let me bring that over here. All right, app.gosu.tools. You guys can see this, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Then you can go down and find the Metaverse HQ icon right here, MBHQ. Click on that, connect the wallet that you're holding your Metaverse HQ NFT in, and then yeah, you'll have access to the tool.
Nice. So I'm sure that you're going to get asked this question
Yep.
because usually we do ask.
Mhm.
We have a lot of members that hold their tokens within a cold storage. So is there any way that they are able to bypass that option?
So we're working on something right now, where you would implement, you would just, what you would do is you would just verify your NFT off of your cold wallet, and then, um, after that, like you would be able to say, okay, this is my trading wallet.
Got it.
Um,
Mhm.
yep, so you'd be able to use two different wallets.
Copy that. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I mean that's a question that we usually end up asking. For security purpose, I totally understand those that want to protect their key and be mindful of what websites they are connecting to. But yeah, looking forward to it. Again, thank you guys very much for your time today. I'm looking forward to the updates. If you guys want to learn more, again, their website's app.gosu.tools, and you can find them on Twitter at GosuTools_. All right. Thank you guys very much.
Yeah, thank you for having us, man. Great AMA.
Thank you guys.
Of course,
Bye.
our pleasure.